The following Let's Play has been rated perfectly fine to watch. Any attempts to break the game are for entertainment value only. However, if any typos happen to be found, Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. When we last left off, I kind of died. Admittedly, I wasn't really trying too hard to survive. I was mainly just finagling around trying to figure out how the battle system worked, because this game features a custom battle system of interesting proportions. Now, as a reminder, this game is mainly a technical demo and is not meant to be a real big epic, so kinda keep that in mind, and there's a snapshot there. Yeah, this game is going to be impressive on a technical level, and mainly because this is RPG Maker 1 we're dealing with, on the PlayStation 1. If you're more used to, like, Final Fantasy, this is probably not going to be super impressive. This is really only going to be impressive if you're, like, used to RPG Maker 1. Anyway, as far as the whole game over, not being able to continue from where I left off thing, here's the situation. Like the situation with the game over screen, resuming your game after dying is only done when you die in the default battle system. And since this game uses a custom battle system, Lantis couldn't do that. What gets me is that Lantis didn't, like, put in a manual attempt to bring you back to where I was at my last save. Like, after game overing, I would have expected to just be brought right back in here. But no, you actually have to manually load back your game, which is why I'm in test play mode. It means that if I get a game over, I can just hold start, select L2, R2, and it brings me back to this. Then I can go to here, hit resume, and I'm back to where I last saved. Now, in Jester's Hunt, when you get a game over in that, you're sent back to the beginning of the castle, so kinda curious why Lantis didn't put in any such precautions here. Snapshot again. Well, now that that's settled, it is time to take this game seriously. I tested the waters last time, and now we get serious. And another snapshot. Why is there another snapshot? How many snapshots is this game going to have? Anyway, let us fight this battle again, and now that I know what I'm doing, we can hopefully win better. First thing that I'm going to do is... Well, from what I can tell, this game is using a bit of a rock, paper, scissors sort of system. It seems like only one attack is effective, and the other attacks, you either have to use the more powerful spell or get a critical hit. That slightly bugs me because it means that I'm going to be using MP out the wazoo. In this case, it means that in order for Guy here to cast enough damage, I'm going to have to use up half of his MP. And only to cause 1 point of damage, because damage is kind of cut in half. In her case, I'm not going to waste so much MP at once. This seems like the faster way to get through this battle. Also, something interesting I noticed. Whenever it's the enemies at turn, the icon for just skipping to the next turn lights up. So I'm basically selecting this option in order to trigger the Goblin Jesterling's turn, which is kind of interesting and makes up for the laziness of not taking it out of the game. Alright, so I guess I'm going to use the other half of his MP, and that'll be pretty much all he will be able to do. By the way, I tried creating my own custom battle system once, a long time ago. I should tell you about it. In fact, I already tried telling you about it. This is not my first attempt at recording this episode, but my first attempt, I got highly technical and got way too confusing, so it's like, you know what, this recording sucks, start over. And so here I am recording episode 2 again. No, don't worry, I didn't get too far, so there's still plenty of surprises in store for me, I assume. Well, one not surprise is, well, first off, I'm gonna go ahead and defend, and One thing that I was wondering is why he went down. Why when I used the more powerful attack, Plasma Beam, he only went down 2 points of damage? Is it because it only causes 2 damage, or is it because of technical issues, the game doesn't know that he was close enough to death until he's actually dying? It's a limitation that I had to deal with Jester's Hunt. But as it turns out, even though it costs 3 MP, it only causes 2 damage, which is slightly a bummer, I think. Actually, I think they explained that in the tutorial. I'm not good with tutorials, though. Alright, now that he's down to 2 more health, I'm going to cast my more powerful spell, and that'll go ahead and kill him. Yay! Actually, what I find interesting is the meter actually went down 2 ticks instead of both ticks going away at the same time. So, kind of interesting that it's an extra touch, like it actually is crawling down instead of just disappears. Alright, so what do we get here this time? We get 215 gold and... well, we could have gotten an item, but we didn't get an item that time. Alright, so we're down to half my HP, and Guy is at no MP. Did I say half HP or half MP? I meant HP if I didn't say HP. So we're going to go ahead and spend money to sleep in my own house. See what that's like. Hopefully I have enough money. That'll be 200 gold, darling. Yes. HP and MP restored. Yay! And we wake up in my bed. We slept together. Come again, ha ha ha. And some dots. I'm probably not going to bother to remember these characters' names because the story isn't meant to be taken seriously, so why bother? This guy, as far as I'm concerned, his name is Guy. This girl, Lucia, I think. Maybe I'll try to remember hers at least. And, since I left the area, the guy that I killed respawned. Good to know. Alright, so from my previous attempt at recording this, I already know that going to the right is a path that goes somewhere, including a treasure chest, so I'm going to go ahead and head to the left and see where this leads me. Is it going to be a dead end, or is it all going to be wrapping around? It's a dead end with a treasure chest. I'm glad I took this path. I got a potion. Next chance I get, I need to buy mana thing. Restore my MP. Anyway, well, first off, we don't seem to have a variety of enemies here just yet. It's just these goblins, which I should really go ahead and fight, because I do need to get money for reasons which shall be explained. Oh hey, we got a preemptive strike! Explained later. Yay! So this game has preemptive strikes, and you can also get back attacked, which is pretty fancy considering the limitations that Lantis is working with. I actually was going to, oh, we automatically attack, which means that, oh, it caused damage. Yay! Preemptive means you can actually cause physical damage. Good to know. Speaking of causing damage, that one time where I got confused because I was able to kill him with a physical attack was because I got a critical hit, I'm pretty sure. So what are we going to do now? I'm assuming that I'm going to use basically the same strategy. Start off with casting his more powerful attack so that we could get headway into this fight. And of course I'm not going to show this battle over and over again because it's going to be kind of the same, but I do have stuff to talk about. I was going to, a long time ago, I think I started to mention this but forgot, but a long time ago, I actually tried, you know what, let's save the rest of his MP for the next battle. But a long time ago, I tried creating my own custom battle system. And the setup was a little bit different. It didn't have the fancy stats sitting up top. I mean, I did show a little bit of information at the bottom of the screen, but it didn't look as nifty. I did use custom sprites for it though. Lantis isn't using custom sprites because he wanted the challenge of not using custom sprites, but I used custom sprites. Like I used the same little heart icon that I've got for Jester's Hunt's hearts. And instead of being 2-on-1, which appears to be what this game is all about, 2-on-1, mine was like 3-on-2. And the reason why I was able to get 3-on-2, and this time I'm not going to be as technical because otherwise I'm going to have to start this recording all over again, it's just the way I work the battle system, and that's really as much as I'm willing to try to explain. Lantis did this battle system differently than I did, and that is pretty much why he's restricted to a battle of 2 versus 1. Now, I'm not sure how much memory my battle system would have taken. I no longer have my custom battle system that I was working on. That got deleted a long time ago. Another thing, though, is that it would not have had preemptive strikes or back attacks, so that would have saved me some memory. It also would have been set up more like a Super Mario RPG. I'm sure most of you are familiar with Mario RPG, in which you basically your menus are tied to your buttons. Like attack would be A, defend would be B, magic was Y, and items was X. My battle system would have been like that, using a cross menu like that, where different direction on the D-pad would have triggered different options. In Lantis' case, he's got this menu down at the bottom where I'm just scrolling through the options. In my previous attempt at recording this episode, I actually tried... Oh, hold on a sec. Well, anyway, I actually tried explaining why Lantis' battle system works like this, but it was so confusing, which is why I decided to just try recording this episode again. If I was doing this like Jester's Hunt, I would have like a behind the scenes screen pop up showing you why it works the way it does. But the problem is that took a lot of work and I really don't feel like doing that again. So you're just going to have to take everything at face value. I'm not going to like show behind the scenes stuff this time. Sorry! Anyway, the reason why I'm in here is because I was curious if I could do that overcast sort of thing. Unfortunately not. This is going to cost 3 MP, and that is basically how much damage MP is going to cost, which means I've used up the rest of my MP. Rest of her MP, rather. I didn't get an item again! That's unfortunate. Okay, there's a treasure chest in the next room. I forget what was in it. I think it was just a regular potion. And that's unfortunate. Can I run? Not when I'm ambushed. Now that is unfortunate. But on the plus side, I was able to run. So let's try to grab this treasure chest again. Thankfully, running counts as the enemy is defeated, so the enemy is gone. And yeah, this is just a potion. I don't have anything that can heal MP, and Lucia is out of MP. So basically what I'm going to do is head back to the store. And get some healing items. Yeah, I need a potion thingy for MP. Unfortunately, buying that MP thing, which is... what was it called? Mana powder. Buying the mana powder made it so that I could not rest at the inn, so I just bought 2 mana powders instead. And we'll see how far I can get. Now, Lantis actually recommended that I go after as many of these guys as I can, but at this point I'm kind of in a rush, because after all, this is my second attempt recording this episode. Oh hey! This is where I'm supposed to be. Oh, it's a cutscene. Well, now I regret not going back to fight an enemy and heal. Avast! Snapshot. You must be Dread Pirate Obvious. There's actually a commercial about some hotel thing where the mascot is Captain Obvious. I kinda like that. Aye, lass, he be me. Heebie-jeebies. But I have ye know thar be a captain in the name. Captain Obvious? Ha 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 ha. Really? Aye. Whispering to Tony. I would have stuck with Dread Pirate with a last name like that. Well, Captain, we are on our way to the Northern Island. Why in the name Edward Teach? I don't get it. Would you want to go there, matey? Oh, I don't know. Maybe to reseal up that evil being you released not too long ago? Oh. Mind telling us what you were doing there? Well... cutscenes and flashbacks and that sort of thing. Arr, this be the best loot we've plundered in many tides. Who measures times and tides? Don't leave a single doubloon behind. What be this? Apparently all it takes is opening the book and you're all screwed. Hey, it's Super Earthrotter! Free at last. Now to begin my plans to take over the 3 Isles, killing everyone. What kind of plan is that? And then... all of Generica! Wahahaha! And I think I will start with you. Well, he obviously didn't succeed in that. Needless to say, I brought a spring upon her cable and made for me ship. What? I brought a spring upon her cable. Is that pirate talk or something? Lucky to get away with me life, I was. Seeing how I was squiffy. This is interesting dialogue. Just saying. Seeing how I was squiffy at the time, I'd be grateful. I'd be grateful me crew got out unscathed as well. But me pride, the SS Drifter, wasn't as lucky. About that. Aye. You're the only one who has a ship that could make it to the Northern Island. Do you think you'd be able to give Tony and me a lift? He just said his ship was destroyed. Do you hear me, lass? You'd be sailing right into Davy Jones' locker. It is your fault this happened in the first place. See here, I'd rather sell you my ship before I go back there. And besides, my ship, she be damaged pretty badly. While sailing the seas is possible, she'd never make it past the rocky shores of the Northern Island. Well, what was damaged? That would be the bilge. There was a hover drive installed to make it over the sea stacks. A hover drive, huh? Interesting. The only man who would be able to get my drifter back to her former glory is Dr. Fumblestein. He lives off the Starboard Island, not far from here. So the ship is damaged so that it can't fly, but it can still sail across waters. Well, I'll accept that. There be no man in all Generica as capable as he. Fumblestein, Why do they call him that? I think it best you ask him yourself. Don't you mean ye-self? Will do. So if you'll hand over your ship, we'll head to... I'm afraid you misheard me, lass. I said I'd rather sell you my ship than go back. Really? If we don't stop this guy, we are all dead. Not to mention this is all your fault to begin with. Lantis, did you have SK proofread this? For the record, I talk about Lantis and Sarah's Knight in the last episode. Sarah's Knight is the one working the dialogue in their game Arc Aerith. I'm not entirely sure SK had anything to do with the dialogue in this game. And you're going to freaking charge us to fix your mistake? Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. What can I say? We be pirates. This is madness! I'm not making the joke. I can't believe you are making us do this. How much? I couldn't part from me beloved drifter for any less than 800 gold. Filthy pirates. Just let me know when you want to parley. Okay. Received some mana powder. Yay! I can't go that way. Boo. Arr. To think that I went on account a week ago and me first job resulted in such a manner. I'm going to be a famous pirate, I just know it. What's he talking about? First I thought he was talking about starting a job and then going into that place where he unleashed evil and then that's bad, but he's going to be a famous pirate because of that? Well, I guess he would. I mean, wouldn't you be famous if you played a part in the end of the world? The captain is the biggest carouser out of the lot of us. Stop using these words that I don't know. Actually, go ahead and keep using them because it's funny. Of course, there's a character named Jolly Roger. Take the ship, but please don't take the rum. Well, at least I got a little something from this chest. I forget what it was, but whatever. Did you bring me the 800 doubloons? Yes. Don't you take me for a mindless sea dog? Or do ya? Do ya? Yes. Come back when you have the booty. Sometimes it is hard to read. About that, if in case you're like a new person to my channel, I read the dialogue for pacing, for comedic effect, and because the people who are subscribed to me actually said they prefer it. Because, like one person said, he actually doesn't look at the video, he's actually in other tabs looking at other stuff, listening to what I'm doing, and it's easier to do that if I'm reading the dialogue. It means he doesn't have to pay as much attention to my video. Which I should actually find insulting, but yeah, I'll accept that. So what happens if I say no? Suit yourselves, I didn't feel like being marooned here anyway. So, the reason why we need money in order to proceed through the game. By now you might have noticed that experience points from battles is not really a thing. Being ambushed is also not helpful, but experience points is not a thing because of the complexity of this battle system and the limitations of RG Maker, Lantis could not do experience points. Honestly, in my custom battle system that I was working on, I couldn't do experience points in that either. There would have been stat growth, but it would have been at various story points, like various RPG Maker 3 games. So, in order to encourage battling in this game, what Lantis is doing is making it so that you have to get money in order to proceed through the game. How well this is going to work, I'm not entirely sure, because unfortunately, I'm spending money in order to survive various battles. Like, after the first fight, well, ignore the first fight because I got a game over, but after the second fight, I went back to get it healed at the end, which pretty much used up all my money. And then after the next fight, I went back to the inn to buy some mana potions, and that used up all my money. So, and I'm talking here without actually doing anything. So, my initial concern is, how much money am I going to have to spend on my way to being able to, afford a ship? That is the main concern. Also, I took a critical hit there. That kind of stung. So, basically what I'm going to have to do now is go through a whole bunch of battles until eventually... Ow. Until eventually I'm able to survive long enough and stuff to be able to get enough money, or something like that. I forget exactly how I started that sentence, so let me just try it again. I'm basically going to have to keep on fighting until my luck pays out enough that I'm able to not spend more money healing myself than I am trying to get money for buying the ship. Or something like that. I don't know, sometimes I suck at explaining things. Yay, you missed. That makes up for the critical hit earlier. Alright, so I'm definitely thankful that I can just go into this menu and know from looking at this that I have 1 MP left, because it means that I can go ahead and cast this here spell that costs 3 MP to kill him, and that would be... what was it called? Overcasting? Either way, victory for me. And I get 190 gold. Unfortunately, I'm kind of going to have to spend 200 gold in order to heal myself, because one person is almost dead and both of us are pretty much out of MP. And therein lies the problem with this battle system. You know, I'm kind of wondering, are my attacks really that ineffective, my physical attacks? Because that's kind of sucky. I'm spending a lot of MP, I'm using up a lot of MP, because spending MP is the only way I can actually cause enough damage, and you know, for the first enemies in the game, it should have started me off a little bit easier. I should be able to use just regular attacks, that way I'm not spending so much money trying to keep my MP up. It's counterintuitive, counterproductive, it's one of those words. Actually, I just thought of something. I should like totally go back and save and see how well I can get through this fight just using physical attacks, because, you know, there is a chance for a critical hit, so let me not flee. Oh, and it costs both of our turns. So, that's a thing, apparently. Well, what if I, like, try to attack with a weapon? Unfortunately, that did nothing, so waste a turn there. But in theory, had I caused... Wait, what? It did cause damage? Did I just miss in the last episode whenever I tried attacking a couple times? Let me try attacking again. Oh, now it's doing something. Was it doing something before, or did I just miss? Did I miss 2 times in a row, which made me believe that physical attacks were ineffective? That's an unfortunate luck, and I apologize to Lantis for RPG Maker 1 for making your game look like you can't use physical attacks on these guys. Well, in that case... well, shoot, do I just start over the first episode? Because I kind of need to make his game look better. Oh, no, I don't have to do that. I can just add a correctional quip saying, hey, physical attacks are effective, I just missed twice. How unfortunate. So I don't have to spend all my MP. That was a really unfortunate start then. And it causes 1 point of damage each time. So, okay. So I don't have to spend MP to cause 1 damage, because I'm already causing 1 damage. Okay! This is actually doable then. Way to make this game look bad, RPG Maker 1. So I don't have to, like, stuff. This is doable.